Okay, good afternoon, viewers. I'd like to welcome you to Channel Sports Sunday one more time, and I'd like to welcome you to this segment that we get to talk to you on football matters. My name is Eitai Balogun Jr., and I'm not going to take too much of your time. I'm going to introduce two gentlemen that will do justice to analysis as regards the games that took place in the past week, and also during that we expect to see today and probably a few more days to come. To my immediate left is Nodi Okonta. If you follow him on Twitter, he's known as Mitch Okonta on Twitter, and to his left is Larry Pinel, also known as Larry Pinel.
Always a pleasure to be in the studio.
Good guys, good to see you guys. Quickly, let's talk about what is going on the local scene. We're going to start with the local scene. All the national teams are busy, from the Super Eagles to the Falcons that we expect to report to camp this week as it stands. Also, the under-17 that will commence the African Youth Championship proper in Niger Republic. Kickoff time will be 3 p.m. We're going to get to talk to you and do analysis as regards that. Also, the under-20 side are very busy. They will take on Ghanaian under-23 side in Ghana later on today, as expected, and also have a second leg probably on Wednesday. Having said that, let's talk about the Super Eagles. I mean, you did listen to Ken talk about this contract that we keep hearing about. We've heard about it. We've been talking about this for the past 2 weeks. I mean, I know you interviewed him at some point in time, talking about Demola Lajiri. You spoke with him, and he said that the contract was ready, but it's only yet. We've not seen Keshi come out to say he has been offered the contract as it stands. Larry?
The earlier they resolve whatever exists, the better. That's all I can say. Football at the top level, particularly as it concerns the Super Eagles, seems to be in doldrums for too long. If you can resolve the contract for Stephen Keshi, is he going to stay? Is he going to go Burkina Faso somewhere around? Allegedly, he's been offered a contract. Will he accept? Will he not? The earlier we resolve these things, the better. Ken mentioned the fact that Ivory Coast, they won the tournament again, and we didn't even participate. That is the level that we should take our football to.
All right. Having said that, the focus will be on the under-17 that will be led by Emmanuel Laminike to Niger. They played their first game today against Niger Republic. I mean, they played 4 qualifiers, scored about 11 goals. We expect so much from these guys. Remember, they came second behind Ivory Coast when they played the last Nations Cup, the last Youth Nations Cup, and eventually went ahead to win the World Cup proper. They are defending champions in 2013. What do you expect from these guys, Nodi?
Well, I think at this level, we should be expecting too much. In as much as we want to set a target for youth teams, the purpose of this, the purpose for this kind of competition was for let's develop football nations to get younger players. And that's why they were able to set up the under-20 and under-17. But Africa will come to realize that it has become more than development. We have turned it into a promotional thing. We've turned it into a competition. We want to win at all costs. So, be that as it may, the truth of the matter is that these guys have played a lot of friendlies. That is how the youth teams should be developed. They played in almost every geopolitical zones in this country. They played from the south, they went to the southwest, north central, the northwest, and so I think they've done a lot to prepare. They had the opportunity of testing playing against some of the youth academies, playing some of the top clubs, like the National League clubs, and they were able to get some other players among the youth who could add up to this team. And that's the beauty. When you have a coach who has a philosophy that runs and has his success tips, and the coach is still within that system, he tries to bring in those tips back so that they're able to enjoy the success, they enjoyed why. In the last time he applied those tips, and that's what Amunike is doing. The way this Golden Days team have been playing, I watched one of their games. I've seen their games outside Lagos. I watched one in Lagos. They beat a certain academy 9-0. The game was more like table soccer. The way they played, like table soccer.
Tap.
Simple, easy route to scoring goals, and that's what they've been doing so far. Even when they played against Congo in Abeokuta, I was there. I saw the game live. It was straight to the point. You know when you say answer the question straight to the point. That's what they do.
No shortcut.
No shortcut. And that's what they've been doing. I think so far, I don't think any team. The thing that will give them a closest challenge will be the Ivorians.
I think so. All right, quickly, let's take a look. At the fixtures. Nigeria will take on Niger in the first leg. That will be the opening game. That will be around 3 p.m. And the second game will be between Guinea and Zambia. The second group is Group B, but they'll see that games tomorrow. That will be Cote d'Ivoire taking on South Africa, while Mali will play host to Cameroon. I mean, like Noddy said, these guys are very good. There's a certain guy called Yaro. Today's his birthday. He will be looking forward to actually make sure he gets maximum points today in the first game. Anybody to look out for? The fixtures on your screen?
So many. Those are the fixtures on the screen. Group A today and then Group B tomorrow. And as it stands, Noddy mentioned the fact that they've trained around Nigeria, but interestingly, they were in Sokoto for so long a time, and they played a friendly with Sokoto United, winning 2-0. This is a team that doesn't have fears. They have taken all sort of opponents, and they seem to always win their games. The guys to look forward to, you have to look towards the direction of their captain, Kelechi Nwakali. He's the younger brother of Chidi Ebere Nwakali. Beautiful guy. He's good on the set pieces and he scores goals. Also up front, you would expect a Victor Osimhen and a Victor Osinachi and Ebere Osinachi and Victor Osimhen. I'm mixing the names up. Suleiman Abdullah is also good as well. And then the goalkeeper, Akpanudon. In the whole team, they seem to have natural goal scorers. Kennedy Ayinde also in that team. Yeah. You'd expect that they will eventually qualify for the tournament. As Noddy said, it's actually to develop talents. And as it stands, Amunike is doing a good job unearthing the next set of talents that will take over from the other 20 assistants. Okay.
All right, as it stands, two countries will qualify from Group A, 2 countries will qualify from Group B, and the 4 teams that qualify automatically qualifies for the World Cup that will take place in Canada later on in the year. Chile, I beg your pardon, that'll take place later on in the year. Having said that, that's done with under 17. Let's talk about the CAF Champions League that also started yesterday. We saw 2 teams representing Africa, representing Nigeria, I beg your pardon. One played yesterday. We expect the other team to play today. Talking about Eyimba, they'll get to play their own CAF Champions League today. Scoreline of the games played yesterday was Kano Pillars playing against Al Malakia. Yeah, it ended 1-0 in favor of Kano Pillars. 2-0, I beg your pardon, in favor of Kano Pillars. Gambo Mohamed getting 1. Also, Cristiano Biozo getting the first goal. Gambo Mohamed getting the second goal. Beautiful game. I mean, we saw Kano Pillars. This is the first time in 4 years they've actually gone on the road to win on the road. I mean, the last time I think was in 2011, and they won about 3 or 4 goals in that particular game. But Kano Pillars defeating Al Malakia 2-0. We will correct that. That's actually 2 goals to Kano Pillars and 0, no goal to Al Malakia. They are from South Sudan.
Well, I think a lot of people are really meaning to play the team from South Sudan. South Sudan just got independent 3 years ago. So I don't expect them to want to give Kano Pillars a run for their money. But Kano Pillars need to take every game very serious so that you don't get crashed out and don't get embarrassed in the preliminary stand. Of all the teams representing Nigeria in the CAF Continental Competition, they look like the most prepared, the most motivated, the most organized so far. So I think this result just to confirm how prepared they were. If they can take this kind of mentality into crucial game, because this game are just preliminary round. By the time you approach the final round, qualifying round, you begin to see those monsters in African football, and that's where I want Kano Pillars to get their mind ready, because there's a route they are going to take, and this route will lead them to play one of the North African teams, a very formidable side. But they should take every game as it comes.
As it comes. All right, quickly before I come to Larry, let's talk about Eyimba, the other team that we're playing at the CAF Champions League. I'll stay with you, Noddy, on this. Eyimba will be taking on Buffels, the Begol of Benin. We think it's going to be a difficult game, but the home crowd and the home support should work for Eyimba when they get to play later on today. They'll be playing in Aba, so if you stay in Aba, please do justice and go and support Eyimba when they get to play opposition.